Hello and welcome back to Cloud Quest. Hello and welcome back. Yeah, it works. Cool. So I just finished. Last time I was playing, I finished the CloudFront part of the game, or the CloudFront quest. Oops. By the way, this is a game that teaches you how to use the AWS Cloud. That's the point of the game, is to teach you how to use AWS effectively in like a fun, entertaining way. It's got like city builder elements and stuff to it, which aren't that great, but it's still probably the most engaging way I've come across to learn about how this stuff works. There's apparently another one which is like AWS Industry Quest or something, where rather than it be like you're building a city, it's more specific about what are the things I can do for my particular industry. And one of them's like medicine or whatever. Another one's, I think, like manufacturing. And that actually looks like it could be even more engaging. So maybe that's something I'll look at as well. Okay. I think I'm looking at this stuff and it's all interesting, but there's only really one more thing left that I need to do. Or two more things maybe. Before I jump straight into building my first real life AWS application that I made myself. Totally myself. I didn't read the reference architecture. And that's a WordPress site. Which I will also live stream. Because why not? It would be fun. I am going to do resource monitoring, I think. So there's two more things to do, I think. One is, how do I analyze network traffic for the site that I'm building, and how do I use CloudWatch to track what's happening as well, and what's the cost? Yep. Okay. Resource monitoring. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't ever finish this one. Wasn't a big fan of it. Code Whisperer, not good. Or I don't know if it's good compared to the other stuff. It might be, but to me, I don't like it. It's certainly not deterministic, let's say that. And also just creating the CloudFormation template using CDK. I don't know if it's just the way they taught it. It definitely is just the way they taught it. I'm sure it is. But it was painful. It was like, just copy paste this and then hope Code Whisperer gets what we expect it to get. Oh, it didn't. Oh well. What am I supposed to do then? Rewrite it? Anyway, sorry. Let's go.
Hi, I'm a project manager here. I've been tasked with working on the reliability of our power plant. Thank you for taking this call.
I'm happy to help. What seems to be the problem? So I am an AWS Cloud Whiz, apparently, in this RPG setting.
We run many of our resources in the cloud, and when the systems fail, it can cause power outages all over the city.
How do you determine the cause of these failures? Do you have engineers who are responsible for monitoring these systems?
Yes, we monitor everything, but we don't always notice when something fails right away, so customers can go hours without electricity.
Solid. That must be very stressful.
Not really.
It's not my electricity. We can create Amazon CloudWatch alarms to notify you when a particular threshold has been crossed.
And our engineers will monitor the alarms?
The alarms can notify the engineers when the alarm is invoked. We can also create a custom dashboard to centralize key metric views.
That sounds perfect. We need to automatically monitor resource consumption and view centralized dashboards. Will you help us keep the power flowing in the city?
I will.
Thanks. Let's get started on monitoring our environment.
So this is the learning page. On this learning page, you can watch videos about things. I tend not to do that because it's just AI voice generated crap normally. But these things are quite interesting. Looking at the diagrams is quite interesting, and seeing what they're saying is quite interesting. So this solution uses Amazon CloudWatch to monitor your AWS resources in real time. Okay, so it sounds like it's saying that there's default metrics that get sent to CloudWatch. And you can set up things to automatically happen when any of these metrics that CloudWatch receives automatically cross thresholds or certain things happen. Look at them shipping their serverless stack hard. DynamoDB, S3, Lambda. Serverless is pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, CloudWatch is broad. Okay, so I guess another one is if you don't automatically get stuff into CloudWatch that you need, you can set up custom metric creators that push things in using the Amazon command line interface or an API. Okay. So yeah, so you can take a couple of actions. All the ones they've got here are restarting an instance, which is obviously quite, that's like, I guess that's a pretty big action. And posting to a topic, which I'm not really fully sure what that is, but I guess it's something in Amazon's simple notification service. And this is a topic that people can subscribe to, I suppose, and anyone who's subscribed will get an email notification saying, oh, this has happened. Which I think that is probably, I mean, I probably would use that for my WordPress site. Okay. Practice lab goals. Investigate default monitoring of Amazon EC2 instances. Create an Amazon CloudWatch dashboard and add a widget. Create a CloudWatch alarm for CPU utilization. Create a CloudWatch action to send an email notification by using Amazon SNS. Okay. Oh. So this is the second part, which is basically tell you what you're going to do. What parts you're going to be working on and stuff. Now, here's the practice lab part. So what you do is you start the lab. Hopefully, yeah, it opened it quickly. Check there's no lab files. Good. So what you're supposed to do now is just step through this and just follow the instructions, which I'm sure you can imagine is pretty boring. And this is my biggest gripe with this game, is that it doesn't make things feel more vital. It doesn't make things feel more like you have to do this or whatever. It's just like, you've got 2.5 hours, which is forever. So what I like to do is 2 things. First of all, see if I can guess what the next step should be and complete it before they tell me to. And that gives you more of like gives you more exploration, which helps the information stick in your brain. And the other part is loading a timer and trying to complete the task in a set amount of time. Now I like to go with 1 minute per step, so you can see there were 27 steps. So I'm going to say maybe 20 minutes to make it more interesting. And as soon as I start, I'll hit that and then go. So, okay, go. This is the console home. What's it saying? Review the practice lab objectives in the concept section below. Click start lab to revision your environment. Yeah. Investigate default monitoring of Amazon EC2 instances. Create an Amazon CloudWatch dashboard and add a widget. I feel like the first thing they're going to get me to do is go to EC2, because they always seem to do this. And then they say, oh yeah, why don't you check the instances that are running? Okay, server 1. Maybe they want me to get a hold of the instance ID. So that I can keep it for later. And maybe they then want me to... I'm gonna take this as well, actually. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, maybe. Okay. This AMI is the Amazon Machine Image Identifier, and that's basically a store of a particular setup for a virtual machine, and it makes it easier to start similar virtual machines. I guess I'm just telling you that because I saw it and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Right, okay. So now I've got one of the things. I mean, one of the other things they always get me to do is check this. Oops. Wasted 2 minutes so far. They quite often get me just to check what's going on at the public IP, public DNS. And in this case, it looks like nothing. So the next thing I suppose would be, okay, let's go to CloudWatch. My camera's in the way. What did it say it wants me to do? Create an Amazon CloudWatch dashboard. Dashboards. Create dashboard. Dashboard name. What is this task again? Let's call it Power Dashboard. They're saying it's metrics, right? I'm going to go with a line. And metrics. If we just see where our instance is located. US East 1A. US East 1. Power plant met. I mean, that's got to be the one. Disk free, disk total. Oh, look at this. Oops. Right. I've got this ID. Let's try that. Disk free, disk total, disk used. So what about if I just did that here? CPU. Ah. CPU usage guessed. CPU usage. Nice. I don't know what that means. Let's get all of these. Create widget. He's already done part of it. Create a CloudWatch alarm. Select a metric. What did it say? CPU utilization. So if I get this thing again. And then I say, oh, select a single metric, okay. Select that metric. Average period, 5 minutes. User values of threshold. Lower than or equal to. What's the max? So basically I want to say, okay, well, if the CPU is idle less than 20% of the time, then that's an issue. Alarm state trigger in alarm. The metric or expression is outside of the defined threshold. Wait, what did I say? I said lower than. Power topic. I don't know where they want me to send that. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know where they want me to send that. Okay, so I think I've run into a snag. Let's see how much I got right. 11 minutes-ish left. Top navigation bar, type EC2. One consecutive step. In the left navigation pane, click Instances section under Status. Check to ensure the 3. Wait for the status to change before proceeding. Yep. 2. Under Name, choose the server checkbox. Yeah. For that instance, click the Monitoring tab. Review all metrics, including CPU utilization. Go to the next step. I mean, I didn't do this, but I'm just going to say 2 and that this one doesn't count. Under Name, clear the checkbox to deselect server 1. Repeat the previous procedure. Yeah, didn't do that, but... Okay. 3, I did do this. Click to expand metrics. Click all metrics. On the Browse tab under Custom Namespace. Namespace is a container for CloudWatch metrics. Okay, I'm going to write that one down. So another thing I like to do is I like to do flashcards for this stuff. What is a namespace in CloudWatch? It's a collection. It's the name given to a collection of metrics. It allows you to logically contain related metrics in a single location. Cool. Yeah, and if you're interested in those flashcards, you can find them in the comments through a link. 9 minutes left. Type CPU, go to the next step. Click the metric group. I mean, that would be 4, right? That's 4 consecutive steps. Click the metric grouping, instance ID, instance type. In the search box, type CPU usage idle. Yeah, I didn't do this. Okay, let's say I got 4-ish consecutive steps there. I think it was about 4. Whoops. Okay. And I'm just going to do what it said. Like a good boy. So what was it that it wanted? It wanted me to go on all metrics and the power plant metrics. And then it wanted me to click on. It wanted me to search for CPU, did it? Then this one. And it wanted me to select all of these and actions and to dashboard. Oh ho! One of them's quite low. Interesting. CloudWatch dashboards are customizable home pages in the CloudWatch console that you can use to monitor your resources in a single view, even resources spread across different regions. Ha! So close. I mean, surely that's got to be one. I didn't do that, but... One, two, three, four, five. I did this, which is why I'm like, excited. Five. Didn't do this. Got to about here. Type an email address to which you have access. Alright, fine. Create alarm, select metric. Create a new topic. Yeah, that's fine. Christ, I don't really know what to do here. Might just come over here. You can just look at my face as I do this. Okay. What should I call it? Let's see if I do get a subscription email. Okay, back to my face. And back to not my face. I did get an email. Sure. Confirm. Click next. Not shown. High CPU usage. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh well, I did get quite far without help. I think that sort of evens it out. Right. I like that. That's funny. Be aware, CPU usage is high. Ooh. Okay. Create alarm. In the preview section, blah blah blah. In the success alert, review the message. In the alarms section under state, review to see the alarm state changes from insufficient data to in alarm. Check your email. Congratulations. State okay. Power dashboard. I mean, none of them are in dire straits, are they? They're all just ticking along just fine. CPU usage. So is this power plant metrics? Image ID, instance ID, instance type, and CPU. But this one is power plant metrics, I guess, by instance ID and instance type. Okay. That's not really doing anything. None of them are. Okay. Do it yourself. Add a CloudWatch dashboard for memory utilization. Create a CloudWatch alarm for memory used over 500 M. Add an Amazon EC2 action to reboot the server if the alarm is invoked. Okay. To say which instance to do. All right. I'm going to assume that there's one instance which has high memory utilization, and that's the one I have to change. I think this is going to take me 3 minutes, probably. So I want to go to all metrics, Explorer. Oops. Browse. Mem used. Metrics, no dimensions. Instance ID. Instance type. Oops. Mem used, mem used, mem used. Add to dashboard. Power dashboard line. Right, so that's I've selected. So if I just get rid of that and get rid of all of them, and then instead say I just want mem used. Nice. No. Delete that. God damn it, I've only got 2 minutes left to do this now. Yeah, I don't want it. Please. Nice. So server 1 is the lowest mem. Just get server 3. Let's just go with server 1, may as well. Alarms. In alarm. Create alarm. Whoa. What? No alarms? Oh yeah. Select metric. Use mem. Mem used. Oh, screw you. Double fail. Server 1. Select a metric. Yep. Static if it's greater than 500,000. Create a new topic. Select an existing topic. I'm just going to say, put it in high CPU usage. I'm going to just put it in high CPU usage because it's easier. And I'm going to call it high mem. Configure actions. Oh, is that... Wait. If I just get it to not. So I can just get it to not send a notification. And instead, reboot this instance. Hell yeah. Oops. It's going to be forever rebooting. It actually needs to be 500 million. Okay. Create the alarm. Instance ID. And it was the original instance ID that I gathered. Let's see if this works. Oh! First time, baby. And now I get my points.
You did it. You did it. Choose a reward.
I can either have a factory, a nuclear power plant, or whatever the hell this is. It's so random. Factory. Why not? They could make this so much better. They can make this game so much better. They can make it addictive. They really could. It would be so good if they did. Because you don't actually have to have it turn on things for real. It could just be fake. And it could cost Amazon nothing. Oh well. Okay. I think that is going to be it for today, unless I can do, what's this one? Resource governance. Decoupling applications. Logs, response, compliance. I thought CloudWatch would be way more complicated than that. But no, that's actually really simple. Serverless foundations. Man, serverless sounds so cool. I love it. I love the idea. Only pay for what you use. Pay for the seconds you use. Yeah, don't care about that. What's this? Analyzing network traffic. Okay. So, welcome to AWS Cloud Quest, Solutions Architect. I just finished a quest to learn about CloudWatch logs, which is actually really cool and not as complicated as I thought it would be. In fact, I built this very building here, right here, that for some reason the quest let me build. Who knows why? Yeah, the game isn't amazing at making you care about the city or anything, but it's still probably the coolest way to learn AWS, which is cool. I've got 920 points, eh? 920 points, but none of the buildings are appealing. None of them. So, who's going to spend money? Or whatever these are, gems or something. Yeah, so basically I want to build a WordPress. Sorry. I want to build a WordPress site, and I'm going through the various parts of the AWS walkthroughs that I need to do that, and then I'll live stream that. I've got everything done now apart from how do I monitor network traffic. So, analyzing network traffic is here. Show me. Oh, I can't route and go. Maybe that's because this is my guy. Oh, I can now. Route and go. Meow. Meow. Oops. So yeah, I'm going to do this quest, and hopefully after this I will be ready to build my WordPress website. Or I'm probably not going to do the quest. I'll probably start looking at it. Welcome to the farming co-op. We're in a bit of a dicey situation. Can use your help. Well, that's what I'm here for. How can I help you? I am an AWS whiz in this game, even though I'm not in real life. So it's not a very good RPG for that. But it's still an interesting way to learn AWS. That sounds interesting. What? Oh. Farming co-op. Cool. Part of our goal is to provide farmers, large and small, access to our services from all over the world. To empower them, we've given them access to their own Amazon EC2 service, which interacts with ours. Lately, though, due to network charges, our bill has been quite higher than expected. Interesting. Have you used logs to monitor your traffic? Do you know where the traffic is going? Not really. One of our engineers might have caught our web servers pinging an IP address that didn't make sense. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to reproduce it. Someone is taking advantage of your network. Well, a couple of things might be happening. Most likely, if your security groups are not locked down, your web servers are compromised. Sorry, bro. Luckily, we can use VPC flow logs to capture the traffic requests going in and out of your VPC. Now, if you don't know what a VPC is, that stands for Virtual Private Cloud. And a Virtual Private Cloud is a pretend cloud setup. So if you had the physical hardware in your house, that would be a physical cloud, a real cloud. You're running on real, distinct physical pieces of hardware. A virtual private cloud still has to run on physical hardware, but it doesn't run on distinct hardware. It can run on different bits of hardware, changing day by day, changing minute by minute. It doesn't matter, just whatever the system requires. And that's why it's virtual, because it's not physically located to one server. It's in a data center, and it shares the resources of the data center with everybody else. We probably don't need to take your servers offline, but we can block the unwanted traffic flowing to your web server subnets. After that, we can analyze the traffic logs to pinpoint any suspicious activity. Now you see, this is interesting. This would make an amazing... I bet this won't be that good, but it could be. It could be an amazing quest. They should have just like a whole line of quests that get you to do this thing, like analyze the traffic logs and figure out like who's suspicious or something, and like make it like a mystery. But they won't, but they should. It would be so good. That sounds interesting. Will you help us solve the mystery of our traffic patterns? Yes, maybe not now, but I will do. Thanks. I can't wait to get this behind us. This solution uses network access control lists and security groups to filter network traffic. It uses VPC flow logs to analyze the traffic. Okay, so before I carry on any further, mysterious server. This is the learning section of a quest. In this section, you can watch videos to learn about the various concepts. I don't do that because I think they suck. And I find it's just easier generally just to scroll through the diagram steps. And then if you really don't know, you could probably look it up elsewhere. These videos are terrible. Okay. So it uses network access control lists, operate at the subnet level. They provide an optional layer of security. Security group allow. So is that saying that this is... Okay, no. So sorry. The security groups are locking down the web servers. And this could be inside of a public subnet. So a subnet that's facing the internet. But then you can also have a network ACL, access control list, which wraps the public subnet. So the instances are wrapped in a security group, which is inside of a public subnet, which is inside of a network ACL. And then all of this exists inside of your cloud. Security group allowed, but network ACL did not. Security group deny. Security groups operate at the instance level. Yeah, okay. Cool. A network ACL allows or denies. Sure. Okay. Acts as a firewall. Cool. So it sounds like it's saying in your virtual private cloud, you already have an ACL automatically, but it just doesn't do anything. So you can modify it and it's there just in case, but it doesn't actually do anything. Okay. Set up VPC flow logs in an Amazon S3 bucket. Cool. Read and analyze flow logs. Create network access control list. Reject outbound traffic by using a network ACL. Okay. 38 steps. Yeah, I don't have time for that at the moment because it's the evening, but I will pick this up in the next walkthrough. Yeah. So that was a walkthrough of CloudWatch logs, and then a brief intro to analyzing network traffic. It says so there. Yeah, I'll pick this back up roughly here. Okay. Have a good evening.